Hey, Craig Sheldon here from HoustonMediaWatch.com. You need to learn that acronym. That's HMW. That's Houston'sMediaWatch.com. We are your media watch group. We take care of all your sports talk radio. We take care of all your entertainment. 97.9 The Box, 102, Sports Radio 16, 15, 60, 790, ESP. We watching. We watching. We love you, but we watching. Hey, I'm here with my girl. Here with my girl Tisha.
What's
Bill.
up?
And we're at the Yates Senior High School. Showed up a little bit early. They're having a celebration. Yates Senior High men's basketball team is back-to-back second state 4A championship. We definitely want to congratulate Coach Greg Wise and those kids for a fantastic job. And Tish, I want to go to you and ask you. This is a historic high school. Pretty much anyone in Houston, if you're of African American descent, your grandparents went to either Yates or Wheatley. I know my dad went to Yates. He was a big track star, and so it's a big deal. From your vantage point, what do you think about an accomplishment like this for an inner city school?
I think it's a great achievement, accomplishment for an inner city school to win 2 years back to back.
Yeah, I'll expound on that a bit and just say, throw them a basketball and watch them do what they do. No, it's not that type of deal. This is a program with a guy that's heading the program, and Greg Wise, that really gives a damn about his kids, and that's what makes it so special. Coming out of this community, you got Texas Southern University right across the street. Got to say hello to my kids, 2 kids at TSU, Ashley and Isaac. What's happening? And then you got University of Houston, which is just a few blocks the other direction. So it's got a real community spirit about this entire accomplishment. A huge basketball history with this school, with the University of Houston program, and then you got Texas Southern with Coach Tony Harvey, NBA guys like Ben Baker, Nick Van Exel on that staff that's helping TSU's basketball staff grow. So this immediate basketball community is really being affected by this great story at Yates. And we're just really glad to be here today. We're going to get some good stuff for you. We're going to talk to Coach Greg Wise, hopefully get to talk to a couple of players. And then we're just going to mingle a little bit around campus and just get the general feeling and the mood of what's going on campus right here in the tray, HoustonMediaWatch.com, man, doing our thing at Jack Yates Senior High School. We'll be right back at you. Hey, Craig Shelton from HoustonMediaWatch.com. That's HMW. I keep telling you guys, get familiar with that acronym. It's a very important acronym. We're your media watch group for the city of Houston, and I'm at Yates Senior High School along with Tisha and Mike, my man Mike and Gary Ashford. We're over here doing our thing, and Coach Greg Wise was kind enough to sit down with us for a few minutes on a very important, very big day for you and your team, celebrating their second consecutive back-to-back state championship title in the last 2 years here. So we definitely want to say congratulations to get started to you and the kids and the entire Yates family. And I guess I want to get started, Coach, by something that Mike mentioned a few minutes ago. Before we get talking so much about this season, what is this team going to look like next year in regard to freshman class, sophomores, juniors on this squad?
Well, I've been getting a lot of calls lately from last year. If you look at this time, we couldn't get any games. Teams that wanted to play us. So now we're getting quite a few calls. So I think people think we won't be as good, nearly as good as we were this year. They're gonna be really surprised. Our freshman JV group are really good. On our JV, we had guys that really should have been on varsity, but because we had so many seniors, there wasn't really a spot for them. So. They're doing the same system, so they're picking it up just like we're picking it up. And we're getting 1 or 2 guys that moved in since then, so I think people are going to be very surprised at how good we are.
Fantastic. let's talk a little bit about the kids that you're losing this year. Tell everybody who those kids are, those that are committed to collegiate programs, and so we can kind of give an appropriate final bit on those guys, because you've had a great senior class.
Well, right now, as you know, we have Darius Gardner, who's going to Stephen F. Austin.
East Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Nacogdoches.
Brandon Peters, who's going to Western Kentucky, and Joseph Young, who's going to Providence. Alex Davis, who's our center, he was trying to decide before the season started whether he was going to go prep school or not. But he had such a good year that so many people are starting to hit on him now that it looks like he's going to go ahead and commit to somebody. He's looking at West Kentucky, Arkansas, and Alabama, so looking good for him also. And then Elton Roy is trying to decide between Texas State, Texas Southern, Northeastern, who just lost to Connecticut and MIT.
Right.
So he's getting some good looks also. So, and then we have a couple that's going to junior college because they feel like if they go there for 2 years, they get a opportunity to go to smaller schools and off the bat. We're looking at pretty much all our guys going to school somewhere. Last year we got everybody in school, which is one of the things I'm most proud of.
Right.
And this year looks like we're going to get everybody in school. We have one that's going on the academic scholarship to University of Texas. So
Fantastic.
With the rest of the guys, we'll get them on basketball.
You know, you hear a lot in a market with 4 major sports talk stations. The good, the bad, and the ugly of that is that there's plenty of opportunities for people to step up to the plate and look for opportunities to kind of break outside of the standard realm of Texans, Rockets, Astros, particularly in this current climate when the Rockets are, beat up because of injuries, not having a great season. Astros are bad. Texans off season. The point I'm making, Coach, there's really no reason in the city with 4 major sports stations for this team accomplishing what it has accomplished over the last 2 years, coming from an inner city school, and then on top of that, a historic inner city school. Anyone who's of African American descent in the city of Houston, pretty much your grandparents went to school at Yates or Wheatley. So I've been disappointed. I've been vocal about it. I've been disappointed over the last couple of years of how the team was covered by the sports talk media. Would you give me your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm kind of on the same page with you. I feel like with all that they've done, they deserve a lot more than the credit that they've been given. And then even on the negative side, when you look at that, to me, that part of it is ridiculous. So when you look at them, especially this year, they've done something that nobody has ever done. We're not talking about 10 years, 20 years, we're talking about never done. So in terms of how many points they average and the games that they score 100 in a row and point differential, that's something nobody has ever done. So again, to be the number 1 team in the country, the school of neighborhood kids playing against private schools that recruit from all over the country. We played a team in Hawaii that all 12 of their guys were from 12 different states. And to be able to do that, and then you got schools with 3,000 and 4,000 kids. And then you look at us with 1,100, 1,200 kids, and all the kids from inner city that grew up in